The big mystery about the climate camp had always been where exactly would it take place, and this is the area they've selected. I'm standing, I suppose, about half a mile north of Heathrow Airport, north of the northern runway, and as you can see already a large number of marquees and tents are starting to get set up. They're organising this into a welcoming tent area, so anybody who comes here can be marshalled and sent to a certain area, or they can choose where they want to go. And then they're putting people into smaller areas, London, Manchester, Scotland, various little areas around the camp. Although officially it starts on Tuesday, they did come down here from midnight last night. That was when the first tents came in, the idea being to get set up and get prepared and get ready for this event. They're expecting up to 2,000 people. Now, one of the campaigners here is Matthew Robbins, who joins me now. Matthew, just what is this all about?
Well, basically, we've set up the camp and we've set it up in the proposed route of the third runway. And a major aim of the camp, I mean, partly this is about education about climate change, but partly a major component is saying no to the third runway. Building a third runway at a time of climate crisis is absolute madness. It shows the government's greenwash for what it is. It's just rhetoric and nothing more.
Now, Heathrow Airport's owners say that it's irresponsible and that you will end up disrupting passenger movements at one of the busiest time of the year.
BAA, Heathrow's owners, tried to injunct the camp from not happening. That injunction was a complete failure. The camp is not covered by the injunction. Anyone is free and welcome to come along. Over the next few days we're expecting 2,000 people to come along for a mixture of workshops, education and take action against the aviation industry itself. And
when people come here, what can they expect to see?
Well, they can expect to be welcomed into the camp, and then there is, as I say, a range of up to 100 workshops looking at the science of climate change, the politics of climate change, how people can change their everyday lives to have less of an impact, and they can also hopefully take those messages home. They can also see a working, functional eco-village for temporarily while we're here, so we have a wind turbine, solar panels, etc.
What do you make of the considerable police presence?
The police presence is to be expected. What's not to be expected is the fact they're using terrorism law to stop and search people as they enter the site. And frankly, it's quite despicable. I mean, it's a misuse of the law. We're not terrorists. They know that. You know that. The general public at home know that. So to use terrorism law is despicable, really.
But there are concerns that a very small element of the, by and large, peaceful protesters here will be seeking to do more than just simply come and have a few workshops. They may actually want to disrupt flights. They may see that as the role for being here.
That doesn't make them terrorists or legitimate the use of terror laws that have been put in place.
OK, well, thank you very much indeed, Matthew. Well, one other thing I should point out is if you look down here, you can see there's a legal notice here, because what's happened is that the climate camp organisers have actually occupied this land. They say it's disused land. They're occupying it under squatters' law to enable them to carry out their protest, they say, without any kind of interruption from the police, without being interrupted in any way. Although, as you can see, there are some police here. There have been more here earlier. And what the police have said to me so far is that their role here at the moment is to facilitate contact with the organisers of this, to establish channels of communication, but they have made it clear that at the moment they have no intention of attempting to evict any of these demonstrators. Back to you.
Ben, thank you very much indeed. Now, within the last hour or two, BAA did release a statement saying, and I'm quoting, "We do not believe our passengers and staff should be harassed or obstructed by any unlawful direct action. With the current terrorism threat, keeping Heathrow safe and secure is a very serious business. Any action taken that distracts us or the police from this task is irresponsible and unlawful."